spent many days with our host as we travelled up high. The express to Triboar, above the trees and roads up in the sky. We laughed, we told tales, and we fought those who sought to attack. We outstayed our welcome, it's time for us to find our own track. Zafiro says, hey, hey, you get off of my cloud. Hey, hey, you get off of my cloud. Hey, hey, you get off of my cloud. But Krill's off the front as he calls him on the cloud. We approach the town of Triboar at last. A merchant stands between, with goods for sale, the likes of which were hitherto unseen. A yarn is spun and a discount is acquired. Potions procured post haste in dice and desire.
I'm willing to, on this occasion, take that fine necklace there from you, because it sounds like it is quite worth a thing. Because you can tell a story, but I don't think you could tell a story that good. Otherwise I would have heard of you. So I'm going to take that necklace, and I'm going to let you have these potions.
Wonderful. So with that, I take from Geordie Dogood a potion of protection, which I give to Daboff.
Thank you.
I take the potion of performance to myself. Potion of hill giant strength goes to Quinch. The potion of memory and a potion of healing go to Gregomel. A potion of flight goes to Krill. I keep the other 2 potions of healing for myself.
He's such a man of the people, isn't he?
Yeah.
Okay. So did you give the potion of memory to Greg?
Yeah.
Okay, that's fine. Because that conversation he had with Greg was sort of somewhat muted, but I'm going to suggest that he just, when he handed over all of the other potions, he handed over this mystery one.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
Okie dokie. Thank you, fine gentlemen. That was quite the transaction, and I'll be honest, I've just been in Triboar, and they don't seem to be liking what I was selling. So for this to have happened, for me to have come across you, so to speak, this has been quite lucky for me, and hopefully these potions become lucky for you.
For yow.
For yow. Now, Geordie is going to say, yes, sir.
I just quickly check, do you have only potions or do you have other trinkets as well?
I am just a potion salesman. Exciting elixirs, powerful potions, and delightful decoctions is my only wares.
In that case, I have a challenge for you.
Okay. It's not really how businesses work, but okay.
I'm going to give you a mystery tooth. And if you are able to sell it for more than 1 gold piece, well then, I'll be very impressed. And he hands over a tooth. There's a normal tooth, isn't there? A rotten tooth.
Because you're giving away the rotten tooth. There was only 1, I think, wasn't there?
I think I had 4, but I'm down to, I think, 2 now, but I'll double check.
Okay, lovely stuff. Well, I'll see what I can do. I mean, we may not ever see each other again, so I don't know how we're going to completely finish off this transaction, but I'll certainly see if I can sell a tooth for more than 1 gold piece. I'm not sure who would buy, but thank you very much.
Yeah, well, if you can rustle up some more of your performance potion, have a little thimble of that, and talk up the tooth.
Okie dokie. I don't really drink my own supply, but there you go. And with that, he closes up the doors of his cart, jumps on the back of his horse, and starts making his way southbound.
As he's riding off, Krill says to the horse, "What's your name?"
Oh, is this going to be a Geordie horse?
Stuart.
It's a pleasure to meet you, Stuart. Safe travels.
Okay.
Why does it sound like Scooby-Doo?
It's literally the worst. Listen, a challenge for you. Not that I'd really want you to stick to this. If you can find an animal that has a more difficult voice for me to apply, then have at it.
Correct.
Okie dokie. So, potions in hand, and Triboar in the touching distance.
Dweezil, just making it very clear to everyone that I've more or less exhausted my finances throughout that transaction.
That was your necklace, was it?
Yes, it wasn't. Wasn't really
that
from
you stole from a dead woman.
Well, yeah. I mean, she gave.
Noble yourself up, mate. Come on, we know.
She gave it to me because I was beautiful, Quinch. Remember the story?
That you are.
Yeah, but I have bought these potions for us so that they may serve us well. You could almost describe this as an act of inspiring leadership. and as we wander on, I continue to tell you about what a great guy I am, and give you all 8 temporary hit points.
Much appreciated, thank you.
Ross, you are a great leader of this circus.
Your perpetual help and kindness is self-feeding in its...
Okie dokie. So you're heading towards Triboar, yes?
Please.
Yeah.
Yes.
Are we back? Did we get off our horses for that transaction, or was the whole transaction on horseback?
It was on. I'm assuming it was on the ground because he was face to face with Dabov at one point. So
True.
Correct.
Yeah. So you head towards Triboar. Before we enter Triboar, can I all have a intelligence check from you, please?
Oh, straight intelligence.
7.
40.
17.
6.
10.
10. Okay.
Not the cleverest, are we?
On this instance, Dabov is most knowledgeable on Triboar. I'm not sure whether he's ever actually been in Triboar before, but he's maybe heard of it or seen readings of it. I don't know, but he understands, or he's given to understand that Triboar is a town. It's a bustling mercantile town, and it stands where the Long Road meets Evermore Way. He also understands that the name is thought to have come from a traveller's tale of slaying 3 boars here on one day, over 400 winters ago. The town is built on flat, fertile land with a few natural rises here and there. Nearly half of the population lives outside the town proper, on sprawling ranches and neighbouring farmsteads, most of which lie to the north or the east. So yeah, it's not the most necessarily bustling of towns or anything like that. It is bustling, but it's not like, we're not talking about like Waterdeep or anything like that. It's busy in its own way. It's a bit of a sort of a horse, again, another horsey town. A lot of farms and things like that. But that's not to say it's not without its marketplaces and places to buy and sell things. And yeah, so as you approach the town, you notice that there are sort of a couple of guards posted. So you're down in the south, and as you sort of get closer and closer to the town, you notice that there are a couple of guards posted to the side of the road. And as you approach, say, "Hello, fine folk. Who goes there?"
The circus has come to town, sir.
And the guard looks at his colleague, and they sort of share a little bit of whisper and say, "We're not expecting any circus today."
Nobody ever expects the circus. My name is Dweezil Vanzaphir. These are my friends. We are a circus in name only.
It's fine. Don't introduce us.
This is Kriltazula.
I am Kriltazula, correct.
He is a big boy. This is Dabov. He is a small
Nice
boy.
to meet you.
This is Gregomel.
Pleased to meet you.
Quinch.
He's an old boy.
Quinch, the bringer of omens. He's a blue boy. And whilst we are called the circus, sir, I am the only performing man amongst our party. Dweezil Vanzaphir, you may have heard of me. We are very excited to be in Triboar. We have been travelling for days. We come from Amphail.
From Amphail, you say. And what brings you to Triboar?
We are adventuring. We are exploring the Sword Coast. I am in search of tales to tell and people to tell my tales to. We all have our own purposes in life, as I'm sure you do.
And your only purpose in town is to tell tales?
I suppose I'm best described as a tourist.
I thought you were going to say tourist.
We're here to show the local hospital.
Fine. Well, if you're looking for somewhere to stay, are you looking to stay or are you just passing
I
through?
think we'll be looking for somewhere to stay, absolutely. Where would you recommend?
You do have several options, and it's at this point that the DM realises that he's sort of not prepared for this moment exactly.
I like your big, sexy muscles.
Who are you talking to? Are you talking to Krill?
The gods.
Okay. If you're looking for somewhere to stay, then you've got a couple of options.
I like your big, sexy muscles.
Sir, I did hear you, but I am on duty. You do have...
Maybe later, Quinn.
What time do you get off?
You have a couple of places to stay. You could head to the North Shield House, very reputable place run by the wonderful Ursula Melamar. If that's how I pronounce her name.
Can you describe her?
Yep. She's a woman.
Should be easy to spot then.
Yep. She is a woman. She is middle-aged, sort of the younger side of middle-aged. She has black hair.
So you said her name was Ursula.
Ursula, yes. I don't know how to spell it, but I know her name is Ursula. Meltimer is actually her name. I do apologise. I misspoke.
So her name isn't Ursula.
We're good with names.
Ursula Meltimer.
Okay, Ursula Meltimer. What other? And is this a hostel of fine repute?
Yes, it's probably your best option. If I'm honest, you could try the Talking Troll, but if I'm honest, and I don't like to speak ill of a place, it is a bit of a dive. But I probably wouldn't necessarily send you there.
Who's the patron of the Talking Troll?
That's an excellent question. I'm glad that you're asking all these questions of a guard who should know all of these things. I'm glad that I am indeed the tour guide. That is run by a guy called Kalen Sarzir.
Kalen Sarzir, the Talking
But
Troll.
if I'm honest, I probably wouldn't stay there. I'm not, I shouldn't really tell you where you should and shouldn't stay, but...
A little rough and ready, is it?
Yes,
What was the name
I'm
of the
looking
first one, sorry?
North Shield House.
North Shield House. And then you could try staying at Six Windows.
The Six Windows.
Krill looks visibly excited at the thought of windows.
You want your alternative is the Six Windows. It's a rooming house. You probably won't get much in the way of food and drink there, though. It's purely for it's a hotel, if you will. It's in good condition, but again, it's probably not the most exciting of places. I don't know why I keep slipping into a bit of Geordie do-good here. And your final choice, if you really want to, is the Ever Wyvern House, but it is quite expensive, and he doesn't really like to take too many people in. So realistically, listen. I started off here with the North Shield. That's where I'd send you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
You're welcome.
It would be.
Is there anything else I can do for you on this fine day?
It would be remiss. My friend Quinch asked you a question before. What time do you finish work this evening?
So at this point, it's probably quite late actually, because obviously with the conversation with Geordie and everything. I'm actually just starting my shift for the day, so I'm probably going to be here. I've slipped more and more into Cockney as well. I'm probably going to be here all night, to be honest.
That's a shame.
Do you enjoy your work?
It's all right. It has its moments. This is probably the most exciting that it's been today.
So you're on the night shift.
Yes.
Are you expecting a lot of people to come through here?
No, but I'm a guard and I'm ever wary of what goes on in this town. So
you wouldn't midnight fondle sort of thing?
I'm not saying that I wouldn't. I'm just saying that it's not necessarily what happens on a daily occurrence.
Okay, noted. Thank you.
Absolutely.
Might see you later then.
Absolutely. Anything else you'd like to know about this fine town, or anything else you want to do here?
And what if we were to, like as I said before, I'm essentially a tourist. If I were to go on a bit of a shopping expedition, where would you suggest we could visit?
Tell me what you're looking for.
We might be interested in interesting things, exciting things. I'm drawn to arcane objects, things that perhaps have magical abilities.
Okay, we don't really have anything like that here.
Any cool shit?
Any cool shit? Well, I mean, do you find weapons cool?
Weapons are very cool. Have you seen me? I love a weapon.
It is a weapon.
Well, if you're looking for weapons, you could.
I take that as a compliment, Dweezil. Thank you very
much. You could head to the Aldernath Arms or Fohammer's Forge. Both of those do fine weapons.
Which direction?
Glad you asked. They're in the town. It's very weird. It's very weird when it comes to story. You guys are very light on detail, but when it comes to a map that absolutely means nothing, you want fucking so much detail. What does she look like? Whereabout is it on the map? It doesn't matter. Just you go there.
Is there any kind of sign within this town that might, like a map of the town with everything all mapped out on it?
Glad you asked. Yes, there is.
Where is that?
It's in the middle.
Right, to the middle of the town.
Can I just ask one question?
Jesus Christ, let's go.
What's your name, fine sir? I mean, we've been bugging you for questions. He's asked you out on a date. Yeah, so we don't even know the man's name. Come on.
My name is Kent. This is Tyrell.
You look like a Kent.
Thank you.
Has Tyrell spoken yet? Or is it mainly Kent we've been speaking to?
I'll just let the gentleman finish laughing. I don't know why he's found that funny so much. You've been talking to Kent. Tyrell doesn't really. I like to we like to sort of like funnel things into, make things simple. There's two people. I could have just said there was one person here, but there's two people. But I do all the talking.
You implied earlier that you'd be potentially down for some midnight fondling. What would Tyrell be doing when you're doing that?
He's just watching.
Tyrell can find something to keep him busy, I'm sure.
Okay, cool.
Is there anything else, or would you like to...
I just want to go look at weapons.
Lovely stuff. Lovely. Side door. I've already decided I hate it when you're at towns. And this is arguably the first time you've been at a town in full proper. Anfel doesn't count because that was very funneled, and this is going to be horrendous. Okie dokie. So you head on into the town, and it's not as bustling now as I've suggested in recent times, because obviously it's winding down. It's getting to the evening, and there's very few places around. Where would you like to go?
Weapon shop.
Probably not open at this time.
I was going to say we should head to the inn first, or whichever one of the boarding houses we're going to go to. So to the centre of town to find the map, I would say, and then look to where these boarding houses are.
Did you guys trust Kent and Tyrell? You don't think he works for the North Shield Inn house and is trying to drive patrons to there instead of the talking troll?
I frankly couldn't care. I just want to rest and go weapon shopping in the morning.
I'm hoping to get my eyes on a weapon tonight as well.
Is this going to be the second time that Crinch has snuck out in the night?
Probably. This
Can't
one's weirdly more concerning. Right. So, you head on into the centre of town, and even by this relatively lacking light, you see this quite sort of large open area, which is, you deduces probably the town centre. This is probably where they would hold potentially markets and things of that like. And stood in the middle of this town is a tower. To the side of the tower is a sign, a wonderful sign, and it's half. The board is essentially split in half. On the one half, you've got a map of the town. And on the other half is, I guess, what you would perceive to be like a notice board. And there's a few bits of paper hanging on this notice board.
Anything exciting?
Would you like to have a look at the notice board, or are you looking at the map?
I'll look at the notice board, please.
Okie dokie. There's a few bits of paper on here. And so what you see is you see a couple of there's a couple of notices on there talking about missing persons.
Oh.
There is a relatively medium-sized bit of paper that says Triboar travellers.
Oh, that's us.
Travel anywhere within reason. And emblazoned in the middle of it is a black serpent.
Oh.
Has it got wings?
With wings.
Ah.
You then see another advert for... not an advert, sorry. A notice, I guess, asking for help with pest control. You also see a notice for somebody asking for help acquiring herbs and plants. And you also see a sign that's... it's like a... not a protest sign, but like a calling to arms, I guess. And just splashed across the top of it, it says, let's restore the frog. Funds needed, muscle needed. Inquire with Vanzaphir, sorry. That is it currently.
Right, Dweezil will take every notice down off the notice board.
Okie dokie. Oh, there was one other thing on there, which was an advert for the Fohammer's Forge.
Ah. I'll leave.
How long did it take us to walk here?
From
here.
From where?
From the guards. Kent and Tyra.
From the guards, few minutes. If that. You were literally on the map. You were literally right down, sort of. Although it's not pinging very well, you were sort of basically here, where that. Hopefully, you can see me pinging. And you've walked up to the middle, so you know it's probably less than 5 minutes to get to there, I'd guess. So no, he's probably not. It's not midnight, and you're not ready to give him a fumble or anything at this point.
No. I wasn't thinking about that. Well, you damn well know I was thinking about that. Yeah.
Okie dokie. So yeah, you take those.
I'll leave the advert for Fohammer's Forge. I'm not doing it out of any kind of malice or chaos. I'm thinking that these are jobs and tasks that people are looking to be done, and we're the men to do it.
Okay.
Should we go to the North Shield House?
Yes.
Okie dokie. Right, so you head to the North Shield House, and as you walk in there, there seems to be a fairly lively atmosphere going on. People are talking and eating and drinking and just having a good old time, really. It's relatively busy. It's not heaving by any means, but there's a number of people in there. You look around the North Shield House and you see it to be very much like most other inns that you've encountered in your time. It's pretty fine looking. It's stately. It's clean. And behind the counter is a middle-aged woman cleaning a pot, so to speak. And she sees you walk in, and she sort of welcomes you with a sort of just a little nod and a wave, just to acknowledge the fact that you've walked into the inn.
Urgle and Meltimar, as I live and breathe. How you doing, babes?
I mean, that's really thrown me off. Sorry. Do I know you? She sort of stops, cleaning, really confused by this stranger. She's like, most people have been through these doors at one time or another, and I don't recognise you. So for you to know my name is quite confusing.
There are some people in this world whose name and whose fame goes ahead of them, and your name and your fame, my lady, go ahead of you. My name is Dweezil Vanzaphir. I am, in some parts, considered to be quite a famous bard, but I would not I would not insult you by professing my own fame when we are in the presence of the famed beauty Urgula Meltimar.
She just looks at you and she's sort of a moment of realisation. The boys at the front told you to come and see me, didn't they?
Yes. Kent and Tyrell recommended your establishment to us.
Lovely boys. And she looks at you and sort of goes, are you all together?
In a way.
What other way is there?
We're together. We're not in some kind of strange polyamorous relationship.
Not for lack of trying.
Well, it seems to me you guys look like a bunch of adventurers. As you already know, my name is Urgula, and I suspect if you've been talking to Kent and Tyrell and you're here...
Mainly Kent, but yeah.
I suspect you're looking to stay here for the night, correct?
Most of the night, yes.
Correct?
Yes,
correct.
please, yes.
Yes.
Okay. I do have one rule if you're looking to stay here. We do have rooms to cater for you. I've got one rule for staying here. Please keep your weapons sheathed. I'm not looking for trouble here. This is purely an establishment to house adventurers, to house people who need to have a roof over their head. I do not want trouble. I've had enough trouble in my life, and I'm not looking for any more at this age.
Very well.
Yes, you can rest assured that our weapons will remain sheathed at all times.
This is a bit like the hotels in John Wick.
I must apologise. I don't have a sheath for my axe.
What do you do with your axe normally? Do you have it across your back?
I don't know.
Are you constantly holding it? Have you got calloused hands from just holding your axe 24 hours a day?
It's sort of just there when I need it, and then when I don't, it's not.
much like the horses.
Which we didn't dismount or tie up.
That was still on them.
Where's Sebastian, by the way?
He's strapped to my back like a backpack.
All right.
For you, this phrase is just metaphorical. Please just do not raise it in anger. Please just keep it lowered as much as possible, please.
It's not even here currently. I don't know where it is. We roll initiative and it just appears in my hands.
How much is it for room and board?
We are a modest establishment, certainly not looking for any huge profits here. I'm thinking we do actually have sufficient rooms to house all of you if you wish to have a room each.
Yes, please.
Dabble, are we sharing again?
No. I don't trust my own body around you anymore, so no.
You don't trust your own body? The urges, you mean?
I don't trust what you'll do to my unconscious body.
Right, let's not set a precedent for Krill being a weirdo.
Creepy
You
Uncle
can
Krill.
say it.
So it sounds like from this wonderful conversation you two are having, it sounds like you're looking for five rooms. That will be 25 silver pieces. Well, five silver pieces per night per room.
I feel like everyone can afford their own room at this point.
50 quid.
Yes, cheap at that.
Okay.
And how many nights are you looking to stay?
I don't know. I mean, I think we're perhaps looking to.
Can we play it by ear?
You can for the time being. I mean, if something happens that needs the rooms and you're too late to take them, then if you're just going to pay night by night,
we're aiming to earn some coin.
I think 3 nights. 3 nights is a good amount to book.
I think we start with 3.
Okay.
It's a tough question. How many nights will the circus be in town?
Okay, 3 nights it is then. So that's 75 silver pieces, please.
15.
I'll hand over 15.
Yeah, everyone hands over 15.
Yeah.
Okay. Dweezil hands over his 15 silver pieces, all the while making a face which looks very much like I used to like. I really liked that necklace that I had.
Yeah, I'm going to pony up £50,000 essentially, and these guys
I'll pay for Dweezil, so I'll pay 30.
No, Dweezil's already handed his money over, mate. You can just feel bad about it instead.
What's the conversion of silver to gold?
10 silver is 1 gold. 5 silver is $50.
What time is it?
Chico time. What time is it in the game? Early evening.
About 8 o'clock.
Do you sell food?
We do sell food. I can get you. What are you looking for? Are you looking for a full meal or just something?
Do you have a tavern or social area?
I'm behind a bar. Like you might. I don't want to play. I don't want to play my NPCs as angry, but like just the fucking questions.
Do you sell cocktails?
Sell cocktails.
Could I have a shandy top, please? And do you have a stew or anything?
Okie dokie. Well, you can have a shandy. That will be 2 silver pieces for the shandy.
Where do you get your carbonated lemonade from?
It doesn't. It honestly doesn't matter. And 3 silver pieces for the stew.
This pub is well expensive.
I hand over 5 silver pieces.
This is insane. We've been absolutely done here. I'm not having Dweezil's not having a drink. I'll just eat my rations. It's fine. I'm not ponying up 5 silver pieces for a shandy and some casserole. No.
Quinch offers a sip of his shandy.
Dweezil knocks it out of your hand.
There goes the top.
As you knock the drink out of the hand, the cup goes clattering and the drink spills all over the floor. And you see from the back of the inn come lurching three mastiffs, and they start licking up the drink.
Oh,
and,
what?
And
I wonder what then.
Urgula sort of leans over and starts trying to hush them away.
Doggies, what are your names?
This is Nate's worst ever session of D&D.
Sorry, you said worst or last? The dog's basically the same as a horse at this point.
No, they're different. They're different.
Fuck it. Why have I got a name? Why do you want names?
It's just curiosity, isn't it?
Billy, Bob, and Thornton.
Well, it's a pleasure to meet you.
And it's just like licking up the spilled shandy.
I wonder if you guys will be of any consequence to the rest of our story.
Wouldn't have thought so.
Barkeep, how much to buy one of your dogs?
Bloody hell, if the price of the shandy's in much to go on, this is going to clear us out.
I'm doing alright for money. I don't know how, but I'm doing alright for money.
When you I couldn't possibly part with these dogs.
Just name your price.
50 gold pieces each.
Absolutely, I will take 1 dog. Actually, I will take 2. Here is a gem worth 100 gold pieces. Deal. Billy, Bob, say goodbye to Thornton.
Okay. I mean, why? Why?
What the fuck is happening?
And you now the proud owner of 2 mastiffs, a goat, and a horse.
I think you should. Well, circus by name, circus by nature. I think you should start making us track rations, and that'll teach him a lesson, won't it?
I very well might, except for the fact that it makes more work for me because I'm not going to be able to check them.
Not when they die. From lack of sustenance.
Now she tells you no pets allowed in the rooms.
Another question. How much is dog armour?
Oh my god.
Well, if it was 50 gold pieces for the dog, you have to find a blacksmith.
I'm sure it's a legitimate thing as well. I'm googling. You guys go about your roleplay. Mastiff stat card.
Yeah. Right. Cool.
Has my stew arrived yet?
Yeah.
And knock it.
You can have your stew.
I start eating.
And knock it out of your hands for the dogs.
What do the dogs say to this?
Woof, yummy. That's it. Right. Listen. The only reason this is so funny to you is because I play up to it. So now this is it. This is what you're getting from me from Animal Talk. Is you're going to get a very, very dry response.
There's a lot of people on the internet asking if small races like halflings and gnomes can ride mastiffs. So if you want to swap one out, Dad, for a horse, you're more than welcome to.
I've become attached to Kevin now. Literally, I'm basically welded to him.
As you said, none of you have got on or off horses at any point in this evening. Right, okay. So yeah. So is there anything else you want to do in the bar, or she's going to show you to your bedroom?
Yeah, she can take us
Yeah,
upstairs.
let's go to the rooms.
Okay. She leads you upstairs and shows you around. Actually, no, she doesn't. She's a busy woman. She's going to send someone else to send you out, and it doesn't matter what their name is. They go upstairs and lead you up there and give you a key each for your respective rooms, and you walk in. And Dweezil's probably somewhat right. Like this is the travelling of establishments. It's very serviceable. It doesn't have anything particularly exciting or interesting about it. It's just you go into each of the rooms. They're pretty much the same, just clean and plain. Just a bedside table, and that's about it. And so assume that although it's 8 o'clock in game, you gonna long rest it?
Yeah, head down for the night. Head down. Well, I'll probably do a bit of. I'll do a bit of drum practice and so on. Clean me knife from the other day.
The tattoo.
Yeah.
Quinch will have a twist on his cube of many colours.
You can't. You've already done it once today.
Quinch is just going to look at the cube, ponder on it for around 4 hours. At which point he's going to go out to the edges of the town with the intention of filleting Kent. We don't have to go through that act. You don't have to roleplay that, but I'd like to know if I'm successful or not.
Okay. Quinch makes his way back to the edge of town, and as he approaches Kent and Tyrell, he notices from a distance that Kent very hurriedly talks to Tyrell, and Tyrell sort of just then disappears. Quinch doesn't know where Tyrell went to, but as he finally gets up close to Kent.
Thank you so much for listening to this episode of Dice and Desire. We really hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please leave us a review. Also, go check out our Instagram and Twitter pages. The handle for both is Dice and Desire. So, until next time, stay safe, adventurers.
Oh, there, sailor. Yes, I'm talking to you. Do you yearn for high seas adventure and piratical mayhem at the roll of a D20?
Yes, I'll just toss you your shirt.
Very sassy.
No, I drink beer and I fart in my sleep.
Now that I got your attention with sex, here
welcome to my pub, the Wizard's Sleeve.
It's still a cow that I'm gonna get in a bag. Do you know how big a cow is?
Don't put gold in your ass. That's not the catchphrase we were looking for.
It is one that we often use at the group,
Enough
though.
about where you keep your secret stuff.
It's not in my anus. Stop it.
Then sign your name in blood. Join the rovers and your crew on their adventures every Wednesday, wherever you find podcasts.